Hello everybody and welcome to F45 Trade Signals for another weekly market analysis for the week of February 5th to the 9th. This video we're going to discuss real quickly the US dollar index, the pound dollar, oil, and a couple of commodities that I've got some things that I'm watching on here for the week. So the video came out a little bit late because it was non-farm payroll on Friday, and we saw a lot of market action driving the market this way and that on Friday. And then Monday came out, and I wanted to see how Monday had closed. And then Tuesday ended up being, there are a lot of signals that were put out on Tuesday, so we didn't actually get a chance to do it then, but I'm doing it now. So we've had a couple of days into the trading week, so let's just do a real quick review on where we've been and I think where we're going to be headed here to finish off the week. So we're looking at the US dollar index, and you can see here I've been looking at this one section. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. We're looking at this one section on the weekly here where price had come down. I'll just get rid of this box right here. There we go. Sorry guys, I just got a new keyboard here. Couldn't find the delete button for a second. Anyway, you can see here this red line at 88.88. Price had come down and basically stopped on it dead and has rejected. And I had called out, I don't know if anyone got into the live trading session yesterday, but I had called out that I wanted to see price come up and retest the lows of this previous consolidation area here that were from mid-January, and that price has done that now. We've come up, we've wicked into it, we've just touched the base of it at 89.93, and actually the high of this candle is 89, almost 90 basically, so I'll call it 89.90, which is right at the bottom of this consolidation area, and it wicked through and it kind of created a bit of a doji on the day, and then now we're starting out a bear candle. So I don't know how this is going to develop. This is Wednesday's candle that's forming here now, so one of two things is going to happen. I'll just zoom in a little bit here. Actually, I'm going to bring it down to an hourly, and I'll put the day dividers on so you can see where we're at here. So this was Tuesday, this was Monday's trading here. Price opened up, came down, wicked down, and then basically right into that 88 level, and had run higher since, and we've come into this level here now. And again, I said the high on this candle here was 89.89, so 89.90, and we ended up coming in really nicely. I'll just zoom out a little again here, right into the very low of this with this candles, these one down candle and this bull candle right here. That signifies the bottom of that consolidation area. We tagged in that nicely, wicked 1, 2, 3 times, and then fell off, and now we're trading a bit softer on Tuesday's trading. So going into Wednesday, what I would like to see is I'd like to see price push up and to pretty much right about this level, right in around here, just to kind of clean up a little bit of the area that was left behind. Come on, you get straight. There we go. Love it when it does that. So I'd like to see price kind of come up into this range in here, and then drop, and then I want to see it continue lower Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to finish off the week. And I would love it if they came in and took out these lows here. See this low here? This is what I'd love it if they did, if they came down and convincingly took that out, because from there, then we're going to start to see lows coming down into here again. And if we have a bearish US dollar index, then the rest of it is going to be bullish, obviously, the cross pairs. So now, just looking at this again here today, coming into this, if price comes down and then starts to run higher, we could be coming back in to test these lows on this consolidation area again, and then we'll pick out specific levels in here that we're going to watch for to see a rebound and to trade lower, or if we're going to see price continue higher. So it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. I wanted it to basically come in, and this was on yesterday's live trading session, come in, do this, and then reject lower if that's what we were going to see happen. So we took all of our signals based on today's movement and price action up on the dollar. And we'll just discuss that real quickly. The pound dollar, we were calling for shorts. Here's our short entry. It didn't quite get up to the 1.4000 level here, but I was looking for price to come to the bottom of this consolidation level. I actually thought we were going to get a bit of a deeper retracement up into here, and it just missed our short entry by like a pip. And I think the high on this candle was 139.98, so it just missed it by 2 or 1.5 pips basically, and then price dropped down way past our target actually, and then it has since rebounded. So this is in line with what the US dollar index is doing, and so what I would like to see here for happen going into the London session today, which will be discussed in a live session, but I believe we are going to come down and come off of these highs a little bit, kind of down into back into this 13900 area here, and we'll be looking at getting some longs off, and then we'll be hitting targets up into the bottom of this consolidation area up in here for the weekly range. Now we could get more than that, but that's just a conservative estimate. That's 150 pips, so that would be Wednesday, Thursday trading, and perhaps even Thursday we might even get into areas up in around here, right above this consolidation area up here. So we'll watch for that, but we're going to be looking for longs on the pound dollar. I'm not going to discuss any of these here. Crude oil. Today was a bit of an inside day today. You can see price came off of the highs, had a failure swing up here, and then price dropped, came down lower than this old swing low here from set from last week, and then we had a bit of an inside day today. Price traded higher, and now we're just sort of sitting on this mini bull doji candle right here. So I'm actually changing my stance on oil. For the short term, I was very, very bullish, but I'm thinking we're going to see a little bit of a lower price trend coming up here in oil just for the short term. So I'm going to be looking for lows to come down to the 62.25 level, the top of this consolidation area in here, 62.20 to 62 big figure, basically 62 even. That's kind of the areas I'm looking at, and I'll see what price has to do from there. But I don't think, I basically think what we're going to do, we're going to see is this, is price is going to come up to that blue line there at 64.45, and then I think we're going to have a subsequent drop in to finish off the rest of the week, and I think the rest of the week will finish at a down close, and ultimately the major consolidation area right in here is sort of where I'm targeting, which could be next week if it wants to get that bearish, but I believe long term we are going to be very bullish, but just for the short term I'd like to see price come down just a little bit lower, take out these lows here, bounce off this consolidation area, and then I'd be looking I'll be watching price to see what it does, and to see if we can get this going on, or if we're going to see continuation to the downside. So we'll watch for that. Bitcoin quickly, we had a very big wick down here yesterday. That was Tuesday's trading, the 6th of February. Came down, and it's low. It put in a very deep low. The low came in at 58.81. So I've been calling this, if you've been watching my analysis on Bitcoin for quite a while. I believe that we're going to see further lower prices, and I think they're going to start slamming it down here shortly. They're going to be taking out this low here at 56.68, and then I'd like to see some bouncing. As you can see here, I've got price in to come down to here and then potentially retest and run back. That would be your buy entry, but just be careful because they may take this thing much, much lower. As you can see here, I've got another level on the chart down to about the 3,000 level. Which would be under this low here, so just watch out on that. We are going to be looking at continued shorts, but I don't think I'm going to be putting out a signal for this yet. I'm going to watch price develop in this area, just because we took down such a big low today, and have come off of that, so they may want to come up and retrace a little bit higher and get some of the stops above a couple of these key levels right up in here, for instance. Maybe potentially even up into this area here. There's a couple of equal highs over here that we'd be looking at, and maybe even into here. So if price would actually come up to this, back up to this 83.30 level up in this little small area right in here, we could even see price reverse if it's a failure swing up in here. So we'll watch that one develop, and I think that's going to pretty much about do it. There's nothing in copper I wanted to discuss. Cocoa is still trading higher, moderately higher. I'm still looking for price to come back down into another entry level down here where we can get long. Nothing there. Cocoa, cotton's trading off very soft. Come down to a major key level in here. We're going to watch and see if there's any bullish action off of here, or if price wants to continue lower. And then actually I want to discuss sugar real quick. Sugar has, I called the lows in here was a failure swing on January 18th, and we'd since traded back down. There was a long in here. I actually missed it, unfortunately, because my computer was in the shop, and I didn't have any access to any charts or anything like that except off of my phone, and I didn't want to be putting any signals out for that. Unfortunately, we kind of missed this entry. So I'm actually waiting for price to come back down into this big bear candle right here at 0.1355, and then we'll be looking for a long entry. So I'll be watching that develop today. It almost hit it yesterday in Tuesday's trading, but I think we could get it today, and we could necessarily, price could actually come down a little bit further. So you don't want to just get in on a blind entry there. You want to watch price, and I wouldn't want to see price come down any further than 0.1330. So that would kind of be what my tolerance would be before I would change my tune on this. But I think we're going to see much higher prices, and you can see my targets here. So anyway, that's the analysis for the week. Again, it's just going to depend on what the dollar index is going to do. I believe we have hit the high here, and I think we're going to be trading softer. So we are going to be looking for longs on the pound dollar, on the euro USD. We're going to be looking for shorts on the US yen, shorts on the US CAD, and so on and so forth. Eventual longs on oil, and everything else in between. So that's the weekly wrap up. You'll see a few more live sessions for the rest of the week. So if you want any further analysis, you can catch up with us on our YouTube channel and get the trades live and getting your questions answered right there. So I appreciate you listening, guys, and we will talk to you soon.